Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm on the Sheldon Art Museum team. We're just trying to create a database that represents the Sheldon Art Museum, and I'll let Abigail explain more in depth of our goals.
The goals for this project include the expected users, which would be Sheldon Art Museum visitors, whether students or not, and the service provided would be a digital map of the artworks that includes location, artist information, and date acquired.
Our database includes 5 tables. 4 of them are linked together by foreign keys. The museum contains the exhibit and therefore passes on the name of the floor to the exhibit. The exhibit displays the artwork and passes on the time of the exhibit to the artwork. The artwork is made by the artist, so it contains the artist's name. And through that, you can get as much detail as you need to make a map and also get details that link together these things. The campus map is used for outdoor artwork and has the paths and the buildings on campus to allow people to see all of the surroundings around the artwork.
The data sources that we used for this project included information from the Sheldon website itself and a few articles. This is including the sculpture map, digital commons, and the Sheldon collection. This highlights the information about the artists, the art pieces, and the Sheldon building itself.
We used several tools in our implementation. The biggest tool we used was the I2V2C formula in MATLAB, which allowed us to trace out the floor plans given to us by the museum. You can see an example of this in front of you as I saw it when I was tracing the floor plan for the first floor or the ground floor. After that, we hand-typed our artwork information, including the name of the art piece, the time it was completed, and other details about the artwork and the artist. And then finally, we gathered art locations, which meant we went to the museum and got to view a lot of the beautiful pieces there and kind of plot out where they were in space to come back to our actual diagram and add them there.
For a demo, we will discuss a few screenshots and a video taken from MLPQ.
We have a very short demo of the campus map, which includes art that populates over time on the campus. So we can see at the start that there's only one art piece. That is because we started the timeline of the campus display to be at that first art piece in 1923. And if we hit play, you can see that it populates very quickly to kind of show all of the art that has been placed there now.
In this screenshot, we can see floor 1 or ground floor of the Sheldon Art Museum. In red, the artworks are shown, and this is where they are placed in the museum. The empty rooms next to it include office spaces and storage spaces that are not open to the public.
Here you can see our mapping of floor 2. Again, it was traced in MATLAB and then converted to MLPQ, where we then plotted out all of the art pieces from the exhibits. So here we have 19 pieces of art in this gallery that are, a little more sculptural, so they take up some more ground space.
Now that we've discussed the layout of the Sheldon Art Museum and the information that we have included, we will go over a few different queries and show you how this MLPQ database would be used to find information necessary.
We have a number of queries that we've found useful in our project before this time. So earlier you saw our demo, which showed the campus map and sculptures, which allowed us to show a timeline of installation on campus. We also can search by property, so medium, exhibition, kind of figure out how many pieces of art are made by the same medium, or query for all of the art made by a certain medium, things like that. We can also query by year, which will let us know what things happened in the same year, which artists are still alive, other interesting things that people might want to know. And we can also query by location, so what things intersect. Some of the things that do intersect are the campus paths with some of our sculptures, but if there were any sculptures on buildings, we would let you know.
In this example, we are querying artworks based on their medium, specifically bronze. Here are a couple pictures of the artworks that are found.
Here you can see one of our queries by year, which lets us show which artists are still alive. So any artist with the death year of not applicable is clearly still alive, and this is what you can see us getting back from them. This query shows some spatial intersection. The bright red represents any artwork that is on top of our paths. So this might be useful to know how it was installed, or if you want to know any artwork that you want to look a bit close without having to get your feet wet or dirty.
If we were to work on this project past this semester, future work would include adding future and past exhibits and their necessary artwork and artist records. We would add more detail to the artwork and artist database, including the description and the bios and maybe sizes, just a lot more information that we would have available. It would also be nice to add the images of the artists and the artwork, and potentially add museums and touring exhibits if we were to continue this project. Thank you for listening to this project presentation, and more importantly, please go visit the Sheldon and enjoy all that it offers.